Good afternoon, students. In our previous session, we learnt about concept of equality of educational opportunities. In today's session, we will talk about nature of equality. Nature of equality is all human beings are equal, irrespective of all the differences. Equality can thus be seen as a legal standard, a formal concept which may draw upon distinctions of relevant aspects. A focus on equality thus implies that different people are to be treated the same. Different people are to be treated equally. So, equality of process or equality of opportunities is the most difficult to ensure, but it is the one with maximum long-term effects in education. It is concerned very closely with pedagogical practices with a focus on more process-based learning. Equality of outcome is usually defined in terms of outcome in the proportional participation of certain groups in various sectors. After attaining substantive equality of opportunity, there will be de-emphasizing outcomes because there are differences existing on account of variety of grounds and not by individual choice. According to Article 29(1) Convention on the Rights of Child, the aim of education are the development of the child's personality, talents, and mental and physical abilities to their fullest potential. The development of child's personality, talents, and mental and physical abilities to their fullest potential. The development of respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. The preparation of the child for responsible life in a free society or as a member of society. In the spirit of understanding, peace, tolerance, equality of sexes, and friendship among all people. The development of respect for the natural environment. Meaning of social justice and equality. Social justice and equality have vast dimensions and covers almost everything, which promotes the welfare of all the members of the society in general, and in particular, the welfare of the weaker or backward sections of the society. Remember, social justice and equality have vast dimensions and it covers almost everything, which promotes the welfare. It talks about the welfare of the society. It ensures welfare, betterment of society, welfare of all the members in general. But in particular and specifically, welfare of the weaker section or backward sections of the society. It implies equality of opportunity. Means it is not confined to privileged section only. It is accessible to all sections of society, irrespective of their social status, their economic status. So, equality of opportunity, economic security for all, abolition of special privileges of upper sections of society. Means it is not confined to upper sections, upper class of no privileges for upper sections of society. It should ensure economic security for all members of society. Abolition of social inequality, social evils, protective discrimination, that is, providing special benefits to backward classes or sections, minimizing gaps in wealth by ensuring economic security, protection of the interest of the workers, fulfillment of basic needs of all the members of society. So, equitable education by ensuring equality of opportunity for all children, including those from educationally marginalized groups, that is, education for equity with an emphasis on diversity. Educational equity by ensuring participation of children from all marginalized groups in that equitable education, that is, equity in education with an emphasis on relevant diversity. Education for an equitable society by education in turn ensuring equal opportunity in other fields such as job market. Now, but before discussing measures, we need to know causes for inequality of educational opportunities, which I am going to discuss with you in brief. First is lack of educational facilities. There are many places and areas in the country where educational institutions do not exist. Children residing in those areas do not acquire similar kind of chances as children have the amenities in other countries or the states. Though we don't see it around, but still there are places where there is no educational institutions or no nearby educational institution. Next is poverty. Children coming from the poor sections of the community do not have the same chance to study in the neighborhood of an neighborhood educational institution as the ones who come from rich families or affluent families. Difference in the standard of educational institutions. Difference in the values of colleges and schools lead to educational inequality. Students coming from rural educational institutions do not match up well when admission to professional courses are made on behalf of selection tests. Differences in home environments. An adolescent from the rural house or from the urban slum area whose parents are illiterate cannot get the same kind of environment and prospect which an adolescent from a higher class house with extremely knowledgeable parents receives. Disparity in education of boys and girls, which is very common. Due to the conservative nature of our society, there is a broad difference between the education of girls and boys. People still prefer in villages, in rural areas, to not send their girls to school for sometimes for distance, sometimes for mindset because of their conservative mindset. So still there exists disparity. Disparity due to advanced classes and backward classes. High cost of education is another factor. Measures to equalize educational opportunity. Pre-matric scholarship and post-matric scholarships for the children of scavengers, tanners, sweepers and other economically poor children should be awarded by the government. Incentives should be given to the families to enable eligible girls to come to the school. Girls are the economic asset, so parents do not want to part with the girls and send them to school. Schools are built in the tribal areas and in the areas where STs are concentrated. Government is taking steps to train teachers who belong to the SC/ST communities as they would have burden for their non-disadvantaged people. So these are some of the measures which can be ensured or which can be taken up by our governments to ensure equality of educational opportunities like setting up residential schools for the scheduled tribes, scheduled caste and disadvantaged sections of society, special coaching classes for scheduled caste for university courses and competitive examinations like IAS, state administrative services, etc. Scholarships for students from the economically weaker sections should be provided to enable them to complete university education and to encourage higher studies in our country or abroad also. Transport facilities, adequate transport facilities may be provided, admission policy. So there are several measures which can be taken up by government to ensure equality of educational opportunities. In our next session, we will discuss inclusive education.